Gonna add some Brazilian flavor here. Okay, so I want to play for you the introduction for the new song called Consejo de tu viejo. So I add some Brazilian flavors to it. I add bossa nova. I also add olodum. And I also add some reggae.
Well, this song is called Consejos de tu viejo. It's a song that I basically wrote as a father to my son. But not only to my son, I think it's something that could also be shared with many sons, you know. And it's basically, advising the younger generation to listen to those who perhaps have lived longer, who've been there, done that. And that's what the song's about, is taking advice from those who know, who have lived life. I had the lyrics for a little while, not the complete lyrics, but I had basically the main chorus or the main vamp. But I didn't find any music to it until recently, you know, and sometimes it takes a little bit to get inspired. In my case, you know, my son actually is, you know, he's about to move out. He's about to make his way, you know, make his own life, move out. And so it kind of took that to inspire me to go ahead and finish the song. You know, from there, you know, from those emotions of, hey, my son is actually leaving, from that emotion, you know, I got the, you know, inspiration to write the song. You know, before my son leaves, I wanted to leave something with him and say, hey, listen, these are the advice I have for you, you know, as you start your life, you know, on your own.
Yeah, by itself sounds like a fart.
You know, originally I started kind of doing it on my own, and but then I said, you know, I want to work with someone to see if we can kind of collaborate together, and I automatically thought of my friend, you know, personal friend Robson, and who's a great musician, who's also a great producer. I think he produces. He's very creative with his production, and he's a natural, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Now he's going crazy. He's excited now. Look.
And man, I said, yeah, I called him up. I showed him the song. He loved it.
Yo, this song's gonna be hot, man. So the tempo for this song is gonna be 74. I want to give everything on this song. I want to put all crazy stuff on this song. Go crazy, Patrick. Go crazy, man.
And of course, you know, it wasn't a surprise to me that he started thinking of certain things that would really fit the song well. He started kind of getting creative, and man, I started liking what I heard, and you know, man, it was just, you know, awesome.
So far, I have the guitar. Check it out. And the vocals too.
Hijo mío, escucha bien a los que tienen experiencia.
Yeah, I started with a loop at home. I started kind of just playing around with different loops. We weren't really happy with the loops. There was something missing. Loops are cool, but we were like, man, we need some live percussion. And Robson, upon hearing it, Robson said, you know what? Maybe we can do some olodum, which is a rhythm from Bahia, from Brazil, with African influence. And, you know, he showed me a couple of samples, and I'm like, dude, I want that on the track. It's awesome. So Sidney Amaro, who's a great percussionist, also a good friend of Robson, and also, you know, of what we do here. He's pretty much, he's been around for a while, supporting what we do. and he was gracious enough to just come over and just put the drums on, the Brazilian drums. I think it was, what, panderetas?
That's the Brazilian tambourine.
Which I've pretty much never really seen it played that way. I've seen panderetas played in a different way, but not the way they, not in that Brazilian flavor style. That's just so cool to me. Initially, it was kind of straightforward, but then as I started working with Robson, we started to put our elements to it. I put a little bit of, there's a little bit of a Latin influence there, but also, specifically more of a Brazilian influence with Robson. He started kind of throwing ideas, and I was loving what I heard. But yeah, the arrangement started to kind of progress, and it started to kind of take a little bit of a different direction, where now we have some Brazilian percussions, and we put a little bit of that element in there. I even threw a couple of, Portuguese words in there, and it's kind of fun, so it's kind of started just straightforward, alternative rock, a little bit alternative, and then it started to progress to something a little bit more world.
Oh yeah, that's fact.
And then we said, you know what, it needs something more. And then Robson actually added to the loop, but there was still something missing. So Robson, has that Brazilian connection. He spoke to some people down in Brazil who put some live drums. They recorded some live drums there, man. And shout out to Patrick.
We have Patrick, my drummer. Yeah, good job, man.
But he put some live drums in there, man, and Patrick just killed it. He did a great job, man. And just brought life to the song.
Para que perdieras el miedo. Al poco tiempo tú corrías por el vecindario entero y ahora puedes viajar el mundo. Conmigo cuídate.
And it just progressed from there.
De los falsos profetas.
That's the gist of it.
De aquellos lobos.
It's a wrap. All right.
Hijo mío, acuérdate, cada acción hay una reacción.